All right, this is my second time recording this because my microphone was on mute for the whole last podcast, and I have a little checklist when I do this stuff to do a sound check before I get started. So here we are. I'm really excited for this episode. I'm going to be talking about how human design transformed my business, and so you can understand how it might be helpful to know for your own business and for your personal life. Self-discovery is always super interesting to learn and discover and explore. So a few years ago, I was going through a breakup, and something I like to do when I'm going through a breakup is change my routine, go to a no yoga studio, learn something new, just change up what I've been doing. And in this one, I decided astrology sounds cool. I'm going to learn astrology. And it has unfolded, honestly, like a whole new chapter in my life. Self-discovery through modalities is a huge part of awareness, growth, and acceptance of self, and understanding your superpowers, your challenges, your strengths. So I started with a deep study of astrology. And human design, I was like hearing it on podcasts. It was kind of starting to sprinkle and show up on social media. And I was like, what's this thing, human design? And of course, I'm a projector, so I'm like, I don't like this. I don't want to follow the rules of human design, like whatever. So continuing my exploration of astrology, and then I was like, I loved the style of learning something new, and so I decided to sprinkle in a little bit of human design into my study, but I was fully studying the whole entire astrology chart and the way that it worked. And after studying it deeply and adding in a little bit of human design and kind of understanding it, I was like, okay, I really want to embrace my projector energy. And I started a slow experiment into human design just on a personal level. And so once I really got deeper and had felt really good about my knowledge of astrology, I started to do readings for friends and family and all of that. And from day one in my astrology readings, I would always add a tiny little bit at the end talking about their human design. And I always loved blending astrology and human design. And I always do in my readings in general to this day. However, I now fully roll with human design, and I bring in astrology when needed, but I always look at both charts when I'm working with clients. And what I loved so much when working with folks sharing their chart, in astrology, I felt like I got a lot of resistance. Like, yeah, I know myself. I know I'm this. I know I'm that, and whatever. And I got a lot of pushback, even when I was completely giving readings through an empowerment lens. As soon as I started talking about human design, something like perked up in the folks that I read for and my clients. And to this day, I love watching someone's reaction when I pull something from their chart that is very unexpected, but really shares with them that what they do that's different is okay. Because I have to remind you, when you are working through the lens of human design, we are all about deconditioning from societal conditioning. When we embrace a modality such as human design, which is like the main focus of what I'm talking about today, we start trusting ourselves. We start realizing that we are unique. We don't go by society's standards, expectations, and when we flow and make decisions based on what's right for us and our capacity and our energy and our wisdom and our own decision making, the path lights up. And I think that's so cool about human design. All right, so there was a moment where I was like, I've got this astrology thing figured out to a point of like what I deem is great for presently right now, because astrology can go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, much like human design can go deeper and deeper and deeper. But I was like, cool, I got this astrology thing. I'm going all in on human design. And there was many months where I went all in studying human design, podcasts, books, classes, coaches. Like everything I did revolved around human design. And I was simply in a moment of study. I was reading charts and I was doing readings, and I was still doing astrology readings and still doing human design and astrology, or just human design or transit readings. Like I was still talking to clients. I was still playing these modalities, but there was a moment where every waking minute I was studying human design. So at the beginning of 2021, I had been working on my business and, selling my like reading services and some other things and empowerment coaching. And I was like, okay, I really want to see how human design will translate into my business model. And it was kind of time to do that. And so I took 2 weeks completely off in my business. And I was like, projector here, needed to just rest, reset, reground, because I wanted to go back into my business from like this new guided wisdom that I had been exploring for months. So I came back, I started showing up, sharing what I was passionate about, which is human design, empowerment coaching. I started, really engaging with community more. I was searching out projector coaches, projector friends. Like I just wanted to know everyone. I wanted to know every person I found on social media, what their human design was. I kept a list so I could see how that coach was showing up or that person was selling offers. And I just was navigating a different focus. And I was like, how does this person show up in business? Super aligned. Okay, yes, they're in alignment with their human design, whether they know it or not. And I just started exploring. And what was cool, by me finally showing up from a lens of where I was at as a leader, what I was passionate about, not being afraid to share weird esoteric things online anymore, and just being like, this thing's dope. I want to like scream it from the mountains. Like, everybody come here. Let me tell you about why human design is so important. And through this embodiment of leadership, through showing up, through sharing my wisdom and what I was passionate about, I started to get clients from all around the world. I was getting referrals. I was getting people coming into my community. I was teaching in other coaches' communities. Everything was moving forward in a way that felt so in alignment for me at the time, and still does. And every time I think about pivoting, I just remember how important human design is for me and why it's such a big point of focus for me. And when I brought this into business, and when I work with my clients in a business strategy session, and in a way to share what is in alignment for them, now listen, everything gets to be distilled through your experience and what you want. But if you just tweak a couple little bit things through the lens of human design, for a manifestor, embrace that big, bold energy and share with your community. Generators and manifesting generators, like, play with your community to respond to some of your ideas that you want to know if you want to take action on. Projectors, simply show up and share your wisdom and your light. And if you're tired, rest and take the day off. Reflectors, wow, you are this wise sage who can really tap into the collective healing. And I find they're my definitely healer disruptors. You really want to heal the collective. So it's just every type's just a little different. The strategy that comes with, then the decision-making faculties that come through, your profile, like just that first layer of human design can get you moving forward into new ideas and growth in your business. And it is a huge part of what I bring with my clients now. There's still astrology, there's still human design, but I'm also bringing in my experience of working in small business, working with entrepreneurs my whole career, and what has worked for me and I've seen work for my clients, both outside of the coaching industry, in the service industry, in the art industry. As you may or may not know, I've worked heavily in the fashion and the tattoo industry previously to getting into coaching. So I bring a lot of expertise in working with creative entrepreneurs. And man, if I had this knowledge when I was working with all of those folks back in the day, it just blows my mind what has come through from this knowledge of human design. I cannot wait for all of you who are on the fence to come in and learn more about human design. There's so many ways to access it, and it's been a long time coming, but I have finally finished my masterclass on human design and business. This has taken me a little too long to do, but in my projector Taurus fashion, it's here. It's in the divine timing, and I'm ready to share this with you. And I feel like this podcast has just sped up me being more confident in myself again and sharing from a point of view that I love, which is through my voice, through speaking my truth, through showing you authentically, kind of messy and weird and truthful about what's going on with me and how I want to show up for all of you. All right. So the masterclass is the Business Blueprint Masterclass. Discover your unique leadership style and business strategy using human design. It's very short. I cover like level 1 human design. It's very quick. You can literally take this masterclass and walk out into your business day of and implement these strategies today. I cannot wait for you to check this out. If you're curious, I'll drop a link on how to easily get a digital download of this masterclass today. I hope you all are having a beautiful day, and I can't wait to hear your human design exploration. DM me and let me know how it's going.